room still smells the way you left. A half-warm cup beside the windowsill. The street outside is asleep again. The clock keeps ticking quietly. I told myself that I was done, but the porch light is still on. I have waited long enough, but I think I can wait a little more. A little more for what I knew, a little more for you. Waited long enough, and the morning isn't here. I rearranged the books you read and opened all the windows wide. A breeze that smells like memory reminds me you were once inside. If you came back without a word, I would not ask you anything. Just let the kettle whistle on and the quiet say everything. I have waited long enough, but the porch light is still on. A little more for what I knew, a little more for you. Waited long enough, and the morning isn't here. I dreamt the room was made of light. The walls were paper folded thin. The day was running in reverse, and you were laughing in the wind. Nothing here is what it seems. Everything is made of dreams, like a film by country. Every scene a memory, falling slowly through the air. Finding you was always there, like a film by country, like a film by country. The sidewalk turned to ocean blue. The lamppost bloomed into a tree. A paper boat with both our names drifted somewhere out to sea. When I wake, the colors go, but something stays behind, a softness that I cannot name, a softness that I find, like a film by country. Every scene a memory, falling slowly through the air. Finding you was always there, like a film by country. Still the morning waits for me. The leaves came down the same week you arrived. I did not think much of it at the time. But every October since I understand that falling is the bravest thing to plan. I was not ready, but I fell anyway into the color of you. The falling season always finds me here, standing in the middle of something dear. Leaves and words and everything I feel, falling into something that is real. Falling season, falling into you. You laughed about the cold like it was new. I watched the sky go gold the way it always do. Some things you only notice when you care. I noticed everything when you were there. If autumn comes around again, I will stand exactly here and feel the chill, and know that what I had was worth the fall. The falling season gave me everything at all. The falling season always brings you near. Even now I feel you somewhere here. Falling, falling into what was real, falling into everything I feel. The afternoon light is low and gold, the kind of day that does not need a goal. I have no place in particular to go, just wanted you to know. Walk with me a while, down whatever road you want to take. Walk with me a while, I will be happy any path we make. Nothing on the schedule, nowhere to be right. Just walk with me a while, let the day be light. You kick the leaves along the garden path. I said something stupid, you just laughed. That is how we always seem to be. You the easy one, the nervous one is me. Maybe I will say something real today. Maybe I will not, but either way, I would walk with you through any season. I do not need a destination or a reason, just the sound of you beside me in the quiet. Just this ordinary afternoon to try it. Walk with me a while, let me be the one who stays. Walk with me a while, turn the short ones into longer days.
I have been living somewhere in between the life I have and everything I dreamed. Not quite sad and not entirely whole, just somewhere between the head and the soul. And the sky does not answer, and the ground does not know, but I am still standing in the space in between, somewhere between the earth and open sky, somewhere between the hello and goodbye, somewhere between the letting go and holding on, somewhere between the missing you and moving on, somewhere between. I watch the light go slow across the floor. I thought about the things I want you for, not the grand occasions or the peak, just the ordinary days in every week. Maybe in between is where we live. Maybe this is everything we give to each other in the space that is not clear, between the wanting and the being here, somewhere between the falling and the flight, somewhere between the darkness and the light, somewhere between I love you and I know, somewhere between the staying and the go. I saw your name come up across my screen, a name I had not thought of since last spring. I sat there for a moment with the phone, not sure which version of me to be shown. The years have done their quiet work on us. I hope they have been mostly good to you. It has been a while since I have seen that smile, since anything felt familiar like this. It has been a while since the last time I tried to say your name without it meaning more. Oh, it has been a while, but here you are. We talked about the easy surface things, avoid all the weight that talking brings, but something in the pausing felt the same, like we were still the ones who knew each name. I did not ask and you did not explain. Some things are better left without a frame, but it was good to hear you. It was good to know that all the years between us did not go. It has been a while, but you still make me smile in the simple, unassuming way you do. It has been a while, and yet it feels like nothing. All the distance disappears with you. We do not make a fuss about the things that count. We talk around the edges of what we are about. But in the silence I can read you just as clear as any declaration you could make from here. This is just the way we are. I would not want it any other way. The way we do is quiet, it is real. The way we do is simpler than a big reveal. The way we do is showing up and staying through. The way we do is everything about me loving you. The way we do. You'll even know when I have had a hard week. I make the coffee stronger without having to speak. We built a language out of all the little things, and that is worth more than the grand imaginings. Some people make it look like lightning. Ours is more like morning light, still and gradual and brightening, until the whole room feels right. The way we do is patient and it lasts. The way we do keeps adding up too fast. The way we do is everything I knew was worth the wait. The way we do. I cleared out all the space you used to fill, rearranged the furniture and fixed the sill, turned off every light you left on in my head, finally slept for real instead. No hard feelings, no regrets, just the cleanest break you can get. Good enough to go, good enough to close the door and wave goodbye. Good enough to know I was always gonna be alright. Did not need a reason, did not need a sign. This time I wore the dress you said was too much red, danced alone to every song inside my head. Found out that the quiet is not so hard to take when the quiet is one you choose to make. Here is what I know now: I was never yours to keep. Here is what I found out: leaving is the bravest thing. Good enough to go,
I've been going deeper than I planned, down where the light does not quite understand, the kind of dark that is not bad or wrong, just further than the reach of any song. And you are somewhere at the surface, calling down to me, but I am in the deep water, learning how to breathe. Deep water, where the quiet wraps around me like a weight. Deep water, where I cannot tell the early from the late. I am not drowning, I am just below, where everything not buried starts to show. Deep water, I wrote your name at the bottom of the sea, in the sediment of everything I keep, the version of us no one else can read, buried in the deep where I still need. Drag me up or let me learn to stay. Either way I will be changed today by the depth of what I feel for you. Deep water shows the truest view. Deep water, where I finally understand the weight. Deep water, this is not the bottom, this is fate. I am not lost here, I am finally found in the deepest water I have known. The ceiling has a small water stain, shaped a little like a heart. I have looked at it for hours now. It is exactly where we start. Sleep is somewhere down the street. It forgot to come tonight. All night, thinking of the small good things. All night, waiting for the bird to sing. All night, and the morning isn't far. I made a list of everything that went exactly as I hoped. It was a short list, a kind list, and I read it like a poem. The night is not the enemy. The night is when I see the small things I forgot to thank, the ones that carried me. We shared a quiet afternoon, a bench of coffee and a breeze. Nothing happened that you could film. Nothing happened anyone would name. And still it stays inside my chest, and still it has to be expressed. Will we become a song, a quiet one that no one knows? Will we become a song, the kind that lives in someone's car, far from anywhere, for longer than we are? I have heard 100 songs about afternoons like ours. Maybe someone wrote ours down. Maybe we are someone's ours. A song does not need a name. A song does not need a chart. It only needs a small good thing that lives inside a heart. Will we become a song, a quiet one that no one knows? Will we become a song that lives in someone's car, far from anywhere, for longer than we are? I remember the way she walked, a little slower than the rest. A notebook held against her chest, quiet kind of grace at best. The word for it is somewhere lost in an old summer afternoon. Girl, the years are very long. Girl, the years are very short. Where did all those evenings go? The ones that smelled of rain and salt. Girl, the years are very long. Girl, the years are very short. I never knew her very well. I knew the way she crossed the street. I knew the color of her coat. I knew the song she liked to greet. Wherever she is, I hope she is somewhere kind tonight, with a notebook in her grace and a window full of light. Girl, the years are very long. Girl, the years are very short. Where did all those evenings go? The ones that smelled of rain and salt. Girl, the years are very long. girl somewhere kind tonight.
I put my coat on and go out at 9, when the neighborhood has mostly gone inside. The streetlights make the pavement look like gold, the kind of evening you cannot be told. You have to feel it in the quiet of a city half asleep. Evening walk, just me and the sound of my own feet. Evening walk, where everything is manageable and sweet. The dog walker's going home, the last light in the coffee shop. Evening, I never want to stop. I called you once from somewhere past the park, just to hear your voice against the dark. You said, what are you doing out so late? I said, just walking, learning how to wait. There is something in the evening air that makes the hard things easier to bear. The world looks different at this particular hour. Even the grief has lost a little power. Evening walk, carrying everything and nothing much. Evening walk, where the night is gentle to the touch. Just the stars beginning, just the city breathing. Oh, we've nowhere left to go.
The window fogs a little before dark. I pour a cup and leave it by the lamp. The street outside is quieter than usual. Autumn always makes the world feel full of things I should have said, of faces I still keep in the back of somewhere I go when I cannot sleep. Thoughts on an autumn evening, coming softly without warning. Everyone I ever loved appears. Thoughts on an autumn evening, warm as something you believe in, and as gone as all the golden years. I found a note I wrote when I was young. The handwriting still feels like someone who believed the best of everything. I hope that part of me is listening. Autumn does not ask for anything. It just shows up and starts remembering every ordinary day that mattered, every perfect moment gently scattered. Thoughts on an autumn evening, all the things I was not seeing, when I had them, when they all were here. Thoughts on an autumn evening, warm and quiet and forgiving, for the letting go of every year. I never thought I'd say it out. The word was sitting in my chest for longer than I knew was there, waiting like a held-in breath. It isn't fancy what I have, it is everything I am. I am yours, for as long as the night is long. I am yours, where the The room is small, the light is low, the hour is the kind that holds. A truth you whisper once and then you let the rest of life unfold. No conditions, no goodbyes, no asking what you give in turn. This is mine to say to you, this is mine to learn. I am yours, in the morning, still the same. I am yours, whisper of your name.
Someday you and I will live in a small place with a window seat. The kettle will be always on, the radio quiet and sweet. It does not have to be a lot, it has to be enough. Someday you and I will not need to say a word. Someday you and I will share a quiet afternoon. Someday you and I will grow in
I am trying to remember the sound of your laugh, the exact way it went, the whole first half, before it turned into the general warmth, before the specific gave way to the norm. Memory does this to the things we love, smooths the edges, softens all the rough. What fades first is always what mattered most. The small particular things become a ghost. The way you turned your head before you spoke, the way the light caught you before I woke. What fades first, and I am trying hard to hold it. I still have everything in photographs, but photographs cannot preserve the last. The sound, the warmth, the temperature of then. I reach for it and miss it once again. Maybe fading is just how time says, you love this, you were there. Maybe everything that softens is just proof of how you care. What fades first is what I love the best. Your voice in morning, quieter than the rest. The accidental, ordinary things, the hum of you and all that living breathes. What fades first is where you still exist. You are sitting just across the room, but your eyes are somewhere else tonight. I could reach across and touch your hand, and still I would not understand. The space between is very small, and somehow it is everything. Near yet far, my dear, close enough to hear you breathe, far enough to make me grieve. Near yet far, my dear, and the morning isn't near. I memorized the way you laugh, in case the laugh becomes a ghost. I hold each ordinary thing like it might be the one I lose the most. If we have a tomorrow, I will not waste a word. If we have an afternoon, I will listen, I will learn. Near yet far, my dear, close enough to feel the warmth, far enough to feel the cold. Near yet far, my dear, and I You are afraid the word is wrong. You are afraid you said too much. I watched you fold it up again, like you have done 100 times. It is okay to hesitate. It is okay to take your time. For the hesitant lovers tonight, for the ones who almost say it, for the hands that almost touch, the heart that almost lets it, for the hesitant lovers tonight. Love arrives a little slow. I have been the one in doubt. I have been the one who waits for a sign I did not need, for a word I should have made. If you stay a little longer, if you let it be unsaid, surprise us with the words we should have said. For the hesitant lovers tonight, for the ones who almost say it, for the love that arrives a little slow, for the love we get to make it, for the hesitant lovers tonight. It is okay to take your time. I got dressed for nothing in particular, walked outside and let the breeze decide. The day was open like a page, with nothing yet to write inside. A small good thing is on the way. It does not always have a name. Just see, the morning is kind today. Just see, the wind has a song to play. Just see, my pockets are full of light. Just see, the day will turn out right. Just see, just see. A stranger smiled across the street. The dog ran circles in the sun. A cup of coffee at the cafe was exactly how I wanted one. The good days are made of small things, nothing grand, nothing wild. A stretch, a song, a window open, a breeze that makes you smile. Just see, the morning is kind today. Just see, the day will turn out right. Just see, my pockets are full of light. Just see, a good day in disguise. Just see, just see. Just see, just see. Yeah. I keep returning returning to that one specific night when everything was wrong and also right. The restaurant was loud, the wine was cheap, but something about it I could never keep from coming back to when the seasons turn. And I am not sure what I am looking for in a night that is long over and before. That one night, I go back to it when everything gets quiet. That one night, something happened I can never quite define. The city lights, the version of us laughing at the table. That one night, I think about it more than I am able to explain. We split the bill and walked the long way home. You said something about never being alone. I did not know you meant it at the time. Now I hold it like a reason or a rhyme. Memory is strange, it keeps the small details. The color of your coat, the rain on rails, the song that played, the smell of autumn air. Everything about that night still there. That one night is the thing I would go back to if I could. That one night said everything between us understood. Just one night, but it has lasted all these years in me. That one night is where I go to feel completely free. I read a book when I was young that told me I could be the one who walks through any wall, the one who does not fall at all. The years arrived and brought their walls, not one of them was small. Dreams and books and strength and walls, each one taught me how to fall. Each one taught me how to rise. Each one taught me to be wise. Dreams and books and strength and walls, nothing in the world is small. I lost the book somewhere in years. I gained a softer kind of strength, the kind that asked for help out loud, the kind that does not need the crowd. The wall I could not walk through was the one I built myself. I took it down a brick a year and put my heart back on the shelf. Dreams and books and strength and walls, nothing in the world is small. Dreams and books and strength and walls, each one taught me how to fall. Each one taught me how to rise. And the last flower of the season holds its ground, long after all the others have come down. I think about the stubborn kind of beautiful that blooms because it simply has to pull toward the light one last time before the whole thing sleeps. One last bloom before the winter, one last color in the gray, one last everything we gave each other before we slowly fade away. One last bloom, and I am grateful for the season. One last bloom is reason enough to stay. You said the autumn light is the most honest because it makes no promises of spring. I held that thought and turned it like a stone until it felt like the truest thing. Even flowers that are ending do not spend their last days grieving. They just bloom